my name is Allison. I'm the Programs Outreach and Youth Services Manager here at Monterey County Free Libraries. Thank you for joining me today for another episode of Backyard Science. Today we are going to be talking about a topic I've wanted to cover for a while now, and that is ticks. So, I saw my very first tick this time last year when I took a trip to the Russian River, and it got attached to my dog's ear. And it was very startling for me because I'd never seen the tick before. I just heard a lot of stories about them. So it was a mixture of kind of scary to see the tick, but also a little fascinating to finally see one in person. We got the tick removed from my dog's ear and he was fine, everyone was fine. So I did some research about ticks for this video, and here is what I found out. Ticks are actually arachnids, which you might have heard in reference to spiders. Arachnids mean that they have 8 legs, unlike insects, which have 6 legs. But actually, hard ticks are born with 6 legs and develop 8 legs when they molt and turn into the next stage from larva to what is called nymphs. An adult tick can be as small as the head of a pin, so they're very hard to see, which means that when you go hiking, you should wear light-colored clothing so that you're able to spot if a tick has rubbed off on you. Ticks like to live in woods and fields and in tall grasses. So again, if you're going on a hike through a wooded area, it's important that you wear long pants and socks that are in light colors so you can see ticks if they attach to you. Ticks do cause a disease called Lyme disease, which is why you want to make sure that you wear these light colored clothing, and after a hike, or if you're in a field or somewhere with long grass, that you check yourself and your body for ticks. You also want to make sure that you check your animals for ticks, like your dog, like I did, to see if they have a tick bite. It can be a lot harder to find ticks on dogs with dark fur. My dog is all black, so it was hard to see. And it's also important that you make sure that your dogs are up to date on their flea and tick medications. When a tick bites you, its head goes in and it pinches on, and it starts to feed from your blood or from its host's blood. It also attaches to many different animals out in the wild, like deer. And as it's feeding, its body actually swells up as it feeds. So it's not just that its skin expands, but it actually grows. So it can get much bigger when it has fed for a while and has a lot of blood in it. There are actually several hundred species of ticks, so there are a lot of different ticks in the world. One of the books that I got to do research for this video had this great picture of a tick that shows up close all the different parts of a tick. Pretty crazy looking, right? If you want to learn more about ticks, we have many different books in the library that you can check out. The books that I checked out for this video is this big book called Bugs, the World's Most Terrifying Insects. And I also checked out this book called Bugs, Stingers, Suckers, Sweeties, Swingers by Liz Greenbacker. I just want to say that ticks are just something that you have to be careful of. Like many things out in nature, there are some bad things that can happen if you get bit by a tick, but nothing that can't be prevented if you are careful. If you have something that you would like me to cover in a future backyard science video, let me know in the comments below. I hope that you have fun exploring your backyards, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.